What's up, comic book community? My name is Joe, and this is 360 Comics. I have a theory that maybe the skills required to be successful at comic book hunting are hereditary. My dad recently has been dipping his toe into the world of yard sales and hunting for comic books, and he's had some pretty nice success, including finding a major Silver Age key for a steal of a deal. Stay tuned to the end to see what it was. Congratulations to Christopher Corso, the winner of last week's giveaway. Please message me on Instagram so I can get you your book. And I would like to announce this week's prize, Action Comics #1, the first appearance of Superman. But hold on a second. This is the 50th anniversary 1988 reprint of Action Comics #1. So don't get too excited. But a great placeholder to have until you find that Action Comics #1 at your local yard sale. To enter to win, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up for a like, and leave a comment down below. And also like and comment our videos for Wednesday and Friday this week for additional entries. Good luck. After seeing my recent success hunting for comic books at yard sales, my dad wanted to try it out for himself, and he's had some pretty nice success himself. In fact, both of the hauls that he's gotten so far have definitely been the kind that you'll really want to find at yard sales. Now, this first group of books, he bought all of them together for a really nice price, which I'll talk about at the end, but let's get to the books first. We've got Teen Titans #16. This is the first appearance in preview of Captain Carrot. You can see it along the side here. Back in the 80s, DC did a lot of their introductions of characters in previews of other books. So Captain Carrot got this first preview before the release of Captain Carrot #1. This definitely holds more value than Captain Carrot #1, as opposed to some other previews that don't hold as much value as the actual first appearance. Nonetheless, great book to have, and especially for the price that he got it, which we'll speak about in just a minute. Next up, we got another Teen Titans book. This is issue number 21, first appearance of Brother Blood. I've picked this up a bunch recently because he is coming to season 4 of Titans on HBO Max. I'm excited for it because I thought season 3 was the best season of that show, so I'm hoping they can continue to roll with some steam there. Next, we've got another Teen Titans book. This is Tales of the New Teen Titans featuring the Changeling. This was a 4-issue miniseries featuring Cyborg, Raven, Changeling, and issue 4 is Starfire. And they're all just origin stories of those 4 main Teen Titan characters. This is back when Beast Boy was called Changeling, obviously, before his name ended up changing to Beast Boy that we know him as today. But definitely a great book, definitely a cool little key there. And then we got Superman. This is Adventures of Superman number 497. This is the second battle, I believe, between Superman and Doomsday. Not a really sought after book because there's so many out there, but this one is a newsstand. This was 1993. Newsstands definitely were a little bit more rare at that point. Probably, I would guess probably 10%-ish, or maybe even less, of the total print run. So, there's a lot of people that collect anything Doomsday related, and this is definitely one of those keys to grab. The next two, these are actually magazines. There were a bunch of magazines, some Game Informer magazines and stuff like that, but these were the two coolest. Batman Returns. This was released with the second installment of the Tim Burton Batman movie, and it's just like a commemorative magazine. There were 2 copies of the same one. I don't know why, but whoever had picked these up, I guess picked up 2, maybe thought they would be worth something someday. They're worth like kind of $7 to $10, not a lot. That's what they go for on eBay, but still a really cool little piece of Batman history. Then we got some ASM books. This one is issue number 382. It's not a key. It does have a great Bagley cover, in my opinion, but it's a newsstand from that early to mid 1990s range where the newsstands were definitely more scarce. Then we got SpiderMan number 26. And this is not a key, but it is one of those 20th or 30th, was it 30th anniversary covers or 25th? I forget. 30th anniversary covers. And this one also is a newsstand. I guess whoever these originally belonged to was picking stuff up consistently off the newsstand instead of at a comic shop, despite it being the 1990s. Then we got Spectacular Spider-Man number 202, part of the Maximum Carnage run. Again, a great Bagley cover and a newsstand as well. In fact, I don't find many Maximum Carnage newsstands, and I'm actually trying to collect a run of Maximum Carnage newsstands, all 14 issues for myself, and this one I did not have, so I will likely be keeping this book for myself. Then we got The Amazing Spider-Man number 365. Again, a preview. This is the first preview appearance of Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. And this one does hold more value than his first full appearance in Spider-Man 2099 issue number 1. And once again, this is a newsstand. Phenomenal. I actually don't think I have a newsstand of this myself. So again, this might be one that I hold on to. You saw this book in the beginning, and this is definitely a staple book that people look for in 90s collections, Gargoyles number 1. Now, you wouldn't think this book would be that expensive, but it is for a couple reasons. One, it probably did not have nearly as high of a print run as a lot of the superhero comic books from this era. It was made for kids, so a lot of copies got, manhandled and destroyed and stuff like that, because, kids weren't taking care of them. No one really thought this was going to be worth anything. But due to the popularity of the show, which was it was pretty short-lived. I think it was only on for like 3 or 4 years or something like that. This book has definitely gone up in value. Now, there was a reboot recently, a rebooted television show on, I think it was on Netflix. It was some streaming service, maybe Hulu. But nonetheless, it kind of resurged in popularity when people were reminded of this nostalgic classic from the 1990s. The show was recently canceled, but we got word just last month, right around when the show was canceled actually, that the original creator of Gargoyles was going to be releasing another Gargoyles comic book run. So he is not doing the television show anymore. I actually wasn't sure if he was involved with the show at all. But, right around the cancellation time, it was announced that there will be an ongoing comic book series, I believe from Boom Studios or Dynamite. I forget, which one of those two. Don't quote me on it. Anyway, this book right here, a little bit harder to find, especially in that newsstand. In fact, 9.8 newsstands sell for a ton of money. They were selling for well over $1,000. They've come down. They're still quite up there. But this one, definitely not a 9.8. It's got a couple spine ticks, but nonetheless, a Gargoyles number 1 newsstand. Definitely a great pickup. Now, this was not the best haul, in my opinion, compared to the other haul that he got. This one was phenomenal, though, because he offered the guy to purchase all the books, and the guy said, how much would you pay? And he offered $5, and the guy accepted. There was no negotiation. Apparently, he bought all these comic books plus a bunch of filler issues, a bunch of stuff that's going to go in my dollar bins for just $5. So it ended up being like pennies a book, maybe 10-20 cents per book. So he got a really, really great deal on this. Pretty much all of these books are worth $5 or more. So that was an easy decision on his part. Now, he had just bought these and then called me later and let me know that he bought them and showed me pictures, and I kind of told him which ones were the good ones and stuff like that. The second yard sale, he sent me a picture while he was still there and said, "This guy has one comic book. Are you interested?" And when I saw what comic book it was, I nearly flipped my lid, because it was My Greatest Adventure number 80, the first appearance of Doom Patrol. This is a major DC Silver Age book. There's a Doom Patrol television show right now on HBO Max. They often have an ongoing series. These characters are utilized in DC on a regular basis. And I was so surprised that this was the only book this guy had. Now, the guy kind of was aware of how much it was worth, but obviously this is low grade, and he was reasonable, very reasonable about the condition of this book. When asked, the guy said to my dad to make an offer, and I told my dad, get that book, make an offer, but be willing to negotiate. And I talked a little bit about the prices of it and stuff like that. My dad initially offered $20, and once again, no negotiation, the guy accepts. Just takes the $20. Now, for those of you who don't know, this book in low grade, I'm talking like a 1.5, 1.8, 2.0, is probably worth around $200. So, this one is low grade, but it is complete and it is fully intact. It is barely hanging on that cover, but it is fully intact. I would think this would probably get a 1.8 or 2. I think it would get a 2.0 because I have 1.8s that look worse than this. So yeah, fingers crossed I'm getting that 2.0 there. This is definitely something I'm going to send in to get graded, and I'm very likely just going to keep this one for myself because I don't own this book yet, and so I'll probably hold on to it until I can get that an upgraded copy, a higher grade. But definitely a really cool piece. Maybe I'll just even hold on to this one because my dad found it for such a good deal. Definitely a really cool little memento I've got here. So yeah, $25 for all these books, plus a bunch of stuff in the dollar bins, mostly just low grade 90s stuff. Really, really good hauls. So I hope you can keep finding stuff like this because I am definitely interested in it. And I've been sending him Metal Men books because that's what he read back in the 1960s. That was his favorite run. So we've been doing a little exchange here. He gets the Metal Men stuff to read, and the keys go to me to either keep for my personal collection or pass on to other people. So look out for some of these books in future claim sales. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on, follow on Instagram. I do claim sales there at least once a week, usually Friday and one other day. And look out for me at some local conventions on the East Coast coming up. I'll be doing one in New Jersey on November 5th. And I'll be doing one on December 10th up in the Bronx. So definitely look out for those. And of course, keep an eye out for Back Deck Comic Fest. We might be doing one more this year before it gets too cold. I'll keep you posted. But until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.